Okay, hello, this is Dr. James, and today we're going to take out the hard drive from an Acer laptop. Let's see, can we get that in frame? And let's take a look here. What happened was that the hard drive, I think it was running a Windows system. The Windows is refusing to boot properly, and no matter what I tried, I couldn't get it to log in. Get it through the login screen, and so I think I'm going to make a separate video about troubleshooting that if you have that same problem. But I think I'm going to maybe reset the hard drive and see if I can get it to boot then. But I want to get the data off of it first, and so let's take a look at how to remove data from a bad laptop, a laptop that's not booting. Okay, should be fun. Okay, so here's our Acer laptop, and in case you are wondering, I believe this is the part number here. We can focus. A315535Y7. Okay, so there's our laptop in all its glory. Let's take a look at the bottom. These newer laptops, it seems like they're getting harder and harder to work on them. I'm going to guess, well, we'll take a look under these little doors here. There's a few doors, and looks like it requires a Phillips screwdriver, so we'll take these guys off. See, this laptop doesn't even have a place to take the battery out, and some of the new ones I don't even see screw holes on them. But we'll take a look and see. Maybe, hopefully, the hard drive is under here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so there is our hard drive, and let's see, it looks like there is a couple screws here and here holding it in. Okay. Again, these are Phillips screws, so it looks like we can use a Phillips screwdriver. Now, when you're taking screws out of the laptop, it's good to... where'd it go? Oh, I guess it's over here. It's good to maybe get like a little cup or something like that to stick them in, so you don't lose them. I'm going to just set them right there, but you should put them in something so they don't get lost. Or stick them back in the hole, maybe even better. Stick them back in the hole after you remove the hard drive. Okay. Now, let's see. Oh, there's another screw up here. So you want to remove all the screws, because the hard drive is not going to come out with those screws in there. Okay. And let's see, what is this? That looks pretty flimsy. Yeah, I say I grab onto this tab here and with my fingernail and pull it up, or maybe you could use a screwdriver. Oh, wait. Looks like there is one more screw holding it in over here. Okay. Yeah, this whatever this is really flimsy. I wouldn't grab onto that. That'll probably just rip. These tabs are mechanically holding it in, so I would imagine that they should be strong enough to lift it out. Okay, this looks like our connector. It looks like it's hooked up to a ribbon cable there, so you want to be careful and kind of jimmy this out. You know what, I'm going to go to two cans here so we can look at this better. Without, you got to be very careful with these ribbon cables. You don't want to wreck that, that's for sure. Okay. And I wonder if there's some kind of release. Sometimes these plugs have a release. Okay. Let me switch to two hands. Okay. So let's kind of lift this up and take a look under there. Okay, you do not want to pull on the ribbon cable. You want to grab onto the plug, that's for sure. So, hard drive and plug. It looks like it comes off like so. And there we go. I think this is just a normal SATA connector. So we should be able to look at how thin that is. This is a solid state hard drive. No, it looks mechanical maybe. It's just a very small one. Very thin hard drive. Look at that, isn't that amazing? What does it say on this? 1 terabyte. See that right there? 1 terabyte mobile hard drive. Let's see if we should be able to just hook this up to another computer and download the data. Okay. See if we can retrieve data from this guy and we'll be able to maybe wipe this and maybe restore Windows by just resetting the whole thing. You remember, if you reset it, you're going to lose everything on there, so it's good to recover the data first. Okay. Okay, so let's give that a shot and see if we can hook up to another computer and pull the data off. Should be interesting. Okay, anyway, there's nothing worse than losing tiny little parts that are irreplaceable. So, while I'm going to work on this hard drive, it might take me a few days to get the data off of it. So I want to make sure it's all off. It's not going to take me a few days to hook it up. It's just going to take me a few days to search through all the directories and make sure everything's on there. I think I'll stick these screws back in to our laptop and the holes that they came out of so I don't lose them. Okay, because that's a good place for them to go, is back in their original holes. And then I won't have to worry about losing them. So let's do that now. Oh, don't lose them inside the machine, that's for sure. Okay, there. So I got all the screws back in the screw holes temporarily while I'm going to work on this machine. Okay, so here is a desktop computer that we have. That actually we got 2 hard drives in here already, but there's also a optical drive, and if we get in here, I have the machine shut off. You should always shut this off so you don't damage something or hurt yourself. More likely damage something. So here's an optical drive, and this should have the same SATA connectors that we're going to require to hook up to our hard drive. Okay, let's get our hard drive. Okay, our hard drive is up here. Okay, here's our hard drive, and there's our SATA connectors, and one of these is for the data, and make sure there's a little tab there and a little tab on this guy so they can plug in like so, and the other one is for the power. So we can run this power guy over here. So there's the power, and there's the power connector, and gotta make sure that one's oriented right too. It looks like the tab is up on this side, and so we kind of get that guy and plug him in there, and we'll just kind of set this guy someplace. Hopefully don't let it short out against something. Okay, and there we go. Our hard drive is mounted inside of our computer now, so that we can hopefully remove some data from it and save this guy. And we can put it back into the other computer, and I'll try restoring Windows, because I don't have the Windows install disk. They don't give those to you anymore. I didn't make a restore, so definitely, I don't know another way to do this, so we'll see if we can fix this guy by saving the data first. Okay, should be interesting. Okay, you should also make sure you remove the power cord, because sometimes these things do a soft shutdown, and make sure the power's been removed for a while before you work on the computer. And okay, then again, there we have it. We removed the wires from our optical drive up here, which was on the front of the computer, and plugged them in to our hard drive, and we'll try booting up this machine and see if we can access that hard drive when this thing boots up. Okay. Okay. We'll go to File Explorer, and then we'll go to My Computer. We'll try rebooting the computer. Let's try starting this guy up and see if we can access this hard drive, which is having a lot of issues here. Huh? I'll just let this thing boot up for a second. Okay, so I guess it has recognized that we have a new device hooked up here. Okay. It says it's getting the devices ready. So hopefully it'll recognize that new hard drive. Okay, seems to be counting up. 33%. See, when I hook it up to a Linux machine, it doesn't take this long. It's doing all sorts of stuff to, I guess, set things up again, because I put in a new hard drive. Ooh. Well, that's not good. It's booting off the hard drive. That's really super annoying. And it still won't let me in because it's got the password protect on that. For some reason it's using that hard drive as the boot drive. Wow, that's super annoying. I still have some issue with the login, which is why I couldn't log into it before. Oh, this is super annoying. That's why I usually use Linux machines to pull data off. I think I'm going to have to change the boot order. Okay. Okay, so it's booting up on the wrong hard drive, so we can't recover data from it. So we're going to have to change the boot order. So the first thing I'm going to do is power this thing off. And I'm going to remove the power plug to make sure it is completely unpowered. Okay. And we'll plug that guy in and try booting it. And while it's booting, we're going to hit the function 10 key. Okay. Well, let's see. So it comes up into this mode. So we got our arrow keys here. We can move this thing around. Device configuration, boot order. Okay, so we went to storage, boot order, and let's see. For some reason, it wants to boot off the US. Okay, so it's booting off the floppy first, and we don't want it to boot off the floppy. So let me, we don't want to disable the floppy either. We just want to change the boot order. Because remember, I hooked our extra drive up to the floppy, and so we want to put that down below okay, so EFI Windows Boot Manager, USB floppy CD, USB hard drive. Okay, so we don't have those. Legacy boot, USB floppy CD hard drive, USB hard drive. Okay. Enter equals drag. So I guess we'll hit enter here, and we'll drag that down to the bottom like so. I'm not sure which floppy it is, so I'm just going to hit enter on this guy too and drag him down here. Okay, so we're going to do the hard drives first and the floppies last. Okay, and so we've just got through changing the boot order. So I guess we'll hit F10 to accept that. F10. Okay, and we'll do save changes and exit. I'll hit return down here. Okay. Yes, so we'll see if changing the boot order allows us to boot from the hard drive that was running this machine before, and then we can use our laptop problem child hard drive as a secondary hard drive to pull data off of. Okay, so it looks like we did not get the boot order proper. Let's try doing this again. Moving our power cable. And rebooting this device. And we'll hit the F10 while we're loading up. Okay. Again, we'll try boot order, and SATA 0. We'll try bringing that down here, and put that at the bottom. Okay, and then we'll hit F10 to change boot order. Let me just check the boot order. So it did, see, it saved the floppy second. Okay, but still it was booting off of the wrong hard drive. So we'll just save changes and exit. Yes, and then we'll try rebooting the machine again. Power plug and make sure that it's unpowered. Okay. Start the guy. Okay, looks like it has a different boot up screen now, possibly. Preparing automatic repair. Oh, very interesting. Oh, that's still not what I want it to do. Looks like it might still be booting off of the hard drive that I don't want it to. It's still booting off the wrong hard drive. For some reason it keeps on choosing the Windows 10 hard drive, even though I changed the order. This I can't figure out how to do this on a Windows machine. I might just switch over to a Linux machine to do this, because Linux will definitely work. Windows is so annoying. Okay, let's try rebooting it and see if we can change the boot again. Okay, there's F10. Check the boot order. So it looks like no matter what I do, I can't change it so it doesn't. Maybe we can do disable EFI. I'll try that one. So push F5 to disable that. Okay, so we've disabled the EFI, and maybe this will fix our problem. We'll hit F10 to accept. Okay, and then we use the arrow keys to move over. Save changes. Yes, and we'll try rebooting with the EFI disabled. Okay. Okay. Looks like it might be booting differently now. No, non-system disk. Okay, so we're definitely getting a different boot now, so let's try changing the drives around. Now that we've got this, we'll get back out of this again and we'll see if we can boot from a different drive. Okay. Hit the F10 again to get back into our boot directory. Okay. Again, we use the arrow keys to move left and right over to storage, boot order. Let's try booting with SATA 0 this time. So we'll hit return and we'll drag it up to the top like so. And then we'll hit F10 to save changes. And save and exit. Yes. Okay, and we'll try rebooting it again and see if we can boot the system off of our other hard drive. Oh, look at that, we're booting into, we can choose, I guess we have a dual boot on this guy. We'll start Windows normally. Okay. And I think we might be booting off the hard drive we want now. Okay, so this could be good news. Yes, look, it's a different Windows now. So we're booting off the other hard drive after we disable the EFI. Okay. Okay, I guess it's going to check the hard drives before it allows us to boot. Okay, so still checking the hard drive before it boots. Okay. So hopefully we'll boot up into the right disk this time. So I just finished doing the checks for the hard drives, sometimes when they're not shut down properly. Okay, so I actually put multiple boots on this computer. I have Ubuntu and Windows, and we'll try to boot up into Windows and see if we can recover data from our third hard drive that we put on here. The first hard drive is the boot hard drive, and it was almost full. I have a second hard drive to store stuff. And the third hard drive is our laptop hard drive that we're trying to recover some data from. Okay, so this is the other Windows, so hopefully it will boot into a hard drive that we can use. Maybe I don't have the right hard drive yet, and I'll have to try again. Hopefully this is the right one to boot off of, though. Okay, looks like it. It's got a different screen now. Don't you love fixing computer problems? Okay, there we go. Now let's go to our File Explorer here. Windows Explorer. Oh, I guess it's still booting. Okay. And we'll go to Computer. Oh, okay. Great. So it's still not recognizing that third hard drive. Unbelievable. Okay, it disabled the UEFI, so that's a problem. So it wants to take control of the system and boot from our laptop hard drive, since it's a Windows 10 UEFI. And if it won't allow me to boot from there, then it's not going to give me access to it, it looks like. What a pain. Let's see. Yeah, see, it's only showing 2 hard drives here. Okay, so maybe if you don't have a UEF hard drive, you can do it through Windows, but it looks like Windows is still roadblocking me. So I'm going to try to, looks like I have a dual boot into Linux, so I'm going to try to boot into Linux and see if I can recover data from that third hard drive I have on here, which Windows still doesn't seem to be recognizing. Okay. I hate Windows. Bill Gates is a genocidal maniac. Don't take the vaccine. It's going to kill you. Anyway, let's try rebooting. Okay. Shut down. Okay, here we boot again, and I'm going to move it up to Ubuntu. We'll boot off our Linux boot and see if we can get access. Let's see, whatever. I guess it's has some recovered modes, but we'll see what we can do. Let's try booting in Linux and see if we can recover stuff now. Windows is such a albatross. I don't know why anyone uses it. Oh, I know why. Because Bill Gates bribes a lot of software manufacturers to not make software for other platforms like Linux, so that they can try to monopolize their operating system and force people to use it. Ooh, so we got Linux to boot, and let's see if we can okay, here's our file. Folder, and let's see, we'll go to computer. Windows system, where our other hard drive is. Oh wait, here's the, see, there's the Acer hard drive right there. Oh, what? Read only. Okay, so see, that's our hard drive that we're trying to access data from right there. Okay. It's the Acer hard drive. And see if we get onto that. Okay. Okay, it's failing to mount. It is in an unsafe state. Please resume and shut down Windows fully. No hibernate or fast restart, or mount the volume with read-only mount options. Okay, can we do that? Try mounting it. Okay, I'll have to figure out how to mount it with read-only, because it doesn't like mounting it because it was not shut down properly. So there's our hard drive. We're able to recognize it. I just need to figure out how to mount it now with the Linux machine. Okay, so we're still not able to mount this hard drive, and it's complaining that the Windows was not shut down properly. Windows is not shut down or in hibernate or fast restart or something. And I could probably try to start up in Windows and reshut it down properly in this machine, but I'm not going to do that because I already have this set up. I think it's easier for me to just shut down this machine. Let me shut this guy down. Okay. And I will shut down this machine, pull the plug on it, remove that hard drive and stick it back in the original laptop and see if I can get it into some kind of safe mode or kind of shutdown mode. So it'll be happy when we put it back in this machine again. Okay. So let's see, our system is shut down. Let's pull the plug here, and I will disconnect it from here and try to stick it onto the laptop. Okay. Pull these cables off of here. Okay, got those cables off, and we will try sticking this back into the laptop. Okay, so here we got our laptop back and our old hard drive. Let's just get this cable plugged back in here, like so. Okay, here is our laptop, and plug this guy in and open her up. Okay, and let's see, where's the power button? I'm going to power this thing on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to power it on and off until I get into, there's some kind of mode that lets you go in the safe mode. So as soon as I see this circle, I'm going to hit the power off again. Okay, then we'll start it back up again. Okay, let's just try turning off the PC. Maybe this will get it out of the mode that it's in and get it out of the Windows standby mode or whatever. Okay. Okay, so we have our hard drive over at our other computer now. I'm just plugging the cables back into it. Okay, and let's try restarting this machine again and see if we can, now that we've hopefully shut down that hard drive properly. Let's see if we can, oh yeah, that's right. Unplug your machine when you're doing this. Plug it back in, start it back up. And we will see if we can access the hard drive now. And we didn't have any luck in Windows, so I'm going to, this is a dual boot machine. You can just use a straight Linux machine. You don't need a dual boot. I'll try loading into Ubuntu Linux and see if we can access that hard drive and pull data off of it now. Okay, looks like we're up and running again. Okay, so let's go to the file, and we will try to mount the Acer. It's still got some kind of issue. Unclear file system. Okay, so it's still not happy with that. Okay, we'll have to try something else. Okay, so we're having some issues mounting that new hard drive, so we're going to have to get serious and go to the command prompt. Okay, so we'll bring up a command prompt over here, and let's see, can I make this a little bit bigger? Let's try the command df. Okay. So here is our hard drives: SDA2, SDA3, SDA5. Okay. And I'm going to have to figure out which drive it is. Okay. Does it say used, available? Media system Windows. Maybe let's try this. FDIS. Okay, F disk. List partitions. Okay, we'll try fdisk. That's just to help. Fdisk minus L. Fdisk space minus L to list the partitions. Okay. I guess we need to give it permission. sudo. I believe I have sudo on here. Okay. Sudo gives you super user powers. Okay, sudo fdisk minus L, and then you got to type in your password. Okay, so it looks like SDC1 is running the UEFI system. SDC2 is Microsoft reserved. Remember, I have two hard drives, and I have one of those hard drives partitioned into Linux also. Microsoft Basic Data. SDC3 is Windows Recovery Environment. So I'm going to guess, like, this is 100 meg, this is 16 meg. This is almost a terabyte. So maybe it's SDC3 that we're looking at, because that, I think our hard drive that we mounted down here is about 1 terabyte, we noticed earlier. Okay, so I'm going to guess it's SDC3. Okay. Yeah, SDA. Okay, these are the Linux partitions. Okay, so much fun here. Okay. So we'll see if we can figure out how to mount that and get data off of that. I'm going to guess it's SDC3 because that's about 1 terabyte in size. And it's running Microsoft. Okay. So we'll see if we can figure out how to get onto that hard drive. Okay, so before we mount the hard drive, we have to actually create a directory that we're going to mount the hard drive to. Excuse me. So let's type in sudo space mkdir to make directory / media. It's got to be under the media folder / and then you can choose a name that you want. We'll call it new HD. And so we're going to make that directory, and then the next step will be to mount it. Okay. And according to our error message up here, the drive that we want to mount is SDC3. So we'll try that one. Okay, so we'll try to mount SDC3 to this new directory that we just created and see if we can get access to that. Okay, it's an unsafe status. Okay, so it does not like that, so let's try to do this with the -ORO option to make it read only. Okay, it looks like it mounted it. And so this directory here is where we created this folder, and we're gonna have to go to that folder to get into this drive. So let me go CD, that's at the top of the directory structure, so we're gonna go up to the top, CD ... brings you up, and let's see, LS, and there is our media directory, so let's go CD media LS, and there's our new hard drive directory, so we'll go CD new HD. Okay, LS, and it looks like we are in, and we should be able to start copying files out of here and recovering things. Looks like we're good to go. Very cool, huh? I think we're all set to try to recover data from our crashed hard drive down here. Of course, for those of you that aren't familiar with how to do this, we will just use the copy command, cp, and they'll just copy our file name, whatever, to where we want to copy it to. The directories where we'll copy to / directory, and you'll have to put in whatever is proper for your computer. And it looks like we can do it through command line prompt. Okay, so we should be good to go now. Okay, this is interesting. The Acer now has an arrow here. So if we click on that, maybe we can mount this volume. Oh, look at that! So we can just use the file share now. It is mounted through that directory that we created, and we can get into these folders and recover stuff, it looks like. So I think we might be good to go. So you can just copy and drag them into places where you want them now. Now it's able to access the Acer. Okay, very cool. Okay, anyway, hopefully this helps you recover your data files. This is okay, so I just created a new folder where I want the files to go. I just copied all of them and dragged them over here, and it's having some issues, so I'm just going to skip. Let's say skip all, it has errors. Skip. And so it's going to copy everything onto our hard drive over here, and then I can sort it out later, I guess. Okay, so anyway, hopefully this helps you out. Okay, so it looks like our file copying process is begun, and I'm just going to copy everything, and it's going to take a little while to do that, going through the files. And anyway, looks like it was a success. This is Dr. Janes, and thanks for watching.